Brought to you by the EveryDollar app. Start budgeting for free today. From the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, it's The Ramsey Show, where we help people build wealth, do work that they love, and create actual amazing relationships. Rachel Cruze, #1 best-selling author, host of the Rachel Cruze Show and Ramsey personality. My daughter is my co-host today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Mary is in Canada. Hi, Mary. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Sure. What's up?
I'm in a situation where I've been married and my husband lost his job about 2 years ago, and there's been a bunch of different circumstances that leading me to think that unfortunately this relationship might not work out. So in preparing for that, because we do have some debt that accumulated, especially in the last 2 years, I'm just kind of wondering, should I pay off some of this debt before we officially separate to make things easier, or how to proceed with that?
Okay. So what's going on with him?
Well, he lost his job 2 years ago. He took that very, very hard, and it affected his mental health significantly. And he's been really struggling with that, and we've been trying to support him. Unfortunately, in dealing with that, some of his choices have been not the correct ones, going into substance abuse and things like that.
Okay. So he's an addict. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
sorry. I'm sorry. That frames up the whole thing a little differently. Okay. All right. Mm-hmm. And so, what do you make a year?
I make about $140,000 to $150,000 a year.
Okay. And how much debt do you guys have?
So we have about $125,000 in debt, and then our mortgage.
And how much is on the mortgage?
$155,000.
What's the house worth?
If we were to sell it now, probably $500,000, $540,000.
So you got substantial equity, and the $125,000 in debt is on what?
So there is one vehicle that's there, and then
how much?
There's about $50,000 on the vehicle.
Whew. Okay.
And then there's $7,000 on credit card, and the rest is a line of credit.
Okay. All right. Okay. And do you have any money saved that's not retirement?
About $1,800.
$1,800.
$1,800. I have $1,800. He has about $12,000.
Okay. So you don't really have the option of paying off the debt if you're leaving anytime soon. So the debt is going to get divided up in the divorce, is it not?
Yeah, but right now he has no income to.
I understand.
So
but that'll be his problem after the divorce.
Pay him.
These are based on the choices he's made.
Mm-hmm.
That's his issue. It's not going to be your issue anymore, right?
Well, no, but I think legally I will have to give him some money.
Monthly?
I'm hoping to do it in a lump sum.
Yeah, out of the house. Yeah. So I would sell the house and clear the debt and clear him and start fresh.
Okay.
That would be my strategy. But that's all part of the divorce. I have no idea how this crap works in Canada.
Have you talked to a lawyer, Mary?
I did, and the answer is definitely we'll have to pay him something. And, selling the house is, ideally I would like to avoid that because...
You want to keep it?
Why?
For the kids a little bit, it's where my support is.
Mm-hmm. But you got $125,000 in debt. You don't have a way to clear.
I know. Yeah.
Who's driving the $50,000 car?
Currently, that's mine.
Yeah.
We had 2 paid cars, and then one.
That's going to be sold unless you sell the house.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford it. You can't do all of this, Mary. You're going to have to decide where the pain is, and your support's in that neighborhood. It's not in that house.
Right.
So I mean, go down the street and rent an apartment in the area, and because the kids. Listen, the idea that you keep the home is going to make the kids okay. The kids aren't okay already. Their dad's an addict. He hadn't worked in 2 years. The kids feel all of this in the air already. It's already established in your household. So the kids are already going through trauma, and moving is the least of their traumas, especially if you just move down the street and keep them in the same school and so forth. So that, I don't know what you're going to do. I'm sorry you're facing this. It's awful. But you need $125,000, and you need enough money to write him a check for him to go away, and I only see one source of that.
And that all has to happen
simultaneously. Yeah, for her to have a good life.
Yeah.
I mean, if she keeps all this debt,
yeah,
and keeps this house, and and just basically boots him out, and she takes all of this as her responsibility.
Right.
That's going to be very difficult to do.
For sure.
It's not, and it's just to me, it's not worth it. Mm-hmm. I would want a clean, fresh start after this tragedy that you're going through.
Yes, and you may still have some left over from the sale of the home with everything.
Well, it depends on what we got to pay him. I mean, there's $350,000 worth of equity, and
paying him one-time fees, what she's hoping, like a one-time lump sum.
Yeah. So if you pay off $125K out of $350, you've got $225 left. If he goes away for $100, you got $125 left, but. He's not going to go away for $100 because he's going to want half the house.
Right.
So it's a problem.
Yeah, and I understand, Mary, the wanting the stability of the least amount of change possible for the kids, right? Like I do understand that mindset of as much as we can keep the same,
but
the better. But
that drives you into a trap.
What I was going to say is your role as a mom and a parent is going to help override a lot of that. Like I do think there can be not a false sense by any means, but an overreaching of a belief of like, okay, but if this stays the same, everything's going to just be a little bit better. But I think you as an engaged mom, not a stressed out mom, not a mom that's panicked all the time because of money, but you have the margin emotionally because you've set yourself up financially for your kids. Like that is as much of a gift than trying to create the same similar
Well, if the kids stay
home situation.
You're exactly right. If the kids stay in a home that is full of financial stress, it's not a net positive.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's a net negative, and that's what we run into all the time. Is this idea that somehow the home is going to make this whole thing better, and it's not. What makes it better is for you to get in a place where you don't have, because you've been fighting demons for a while. I mean, they're coming at you from everywhere, and so you got financial stuff coming at you. You got all this addict stuff. You know, all this conflict and anxiety with the husband. I mean, and have all of that gone, whew, man, it's a breath of fresh air. I'm sorry you're going through this, though. It's horrible.
Hey, quick reality check. AI isn't just for sci-fi nerds and Silicon Valley tech bros anymore. It's the new weapon of choice for every scammer with fast Wi-Fi and bad intentions. Identity thieves could be using AI right now to steal your info in ways that would have sounded impossible just 5 years ago. We're talking voice cloning, deepfake videos, filing bogus tax returns, draining your bank and retirement accounts, and even home title fraud. And it can happen fast, so most people don't find out until it's too late. So as someone who has had his identity stolen before, I don't mess around. I use Xandr ID theft protection because it keeps up with today's threats without the crazy price tag other companies charge. You get real-time monitoring across your whole financial and digital life, and if something does go down, they'll give you the full white glove treatment, like 24/7 restoration services by pros based in the US and up to $2 million in stolen funds and expense coverage. So you don't need to live in fear, but you do need to be smart about protecting your identity from thieves. So go to Xandr.com or call 800-356-4282 and get yourself protected today.
Carrie is in Denver. Hey, Carrie, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure. What's up?
All right. So about 2 years ago, I got a settlement from a car injury, and it was for quite a lot of money. It was for $350,000, which is like the most money I've ever seen or ever expected to see in my life. So I think I way overcomplicated it. I felt really weird about putting all of it into the brokerage account. So I split it up, and now I've got like 10 different accounts. And my question is, like, should I combine a lot of these?
What accounts are they?
Okay, so I've got a SEP IRA, a Roth IRA, a traditional IRA, a brokerage account, 2 CDs, and a high-yield savings account.
That's called diversification, Carrie. You do have a lot.
Right?
They're not all terrible, though.
No, everything's fine. The only thing I would probably roll your CDs into the high yield because they're paying about the same, and the high yield doesn't have any penalties. But that's a minor That's a minor detail. But overall, they're not all different accounts. They're all different methods of. I mean, you've got some retirement things you did, which are wise. You've got some short-term things that you did that you may use some of the money like to buy a house or something in 5 years. That's the brokerage account. And then you've got some money that's just sitting there liquid, meaning it's not at risk at all. It's just sitting, it's not earning anything hardly. And that's the high-yield savings and the CDs. So it sounds like someone gave you some pretty good advice.
I've been listening to your show. It's actually you guys.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, there you go. The people that advised you were geniuses. I'm
just pat yourself on the back there, Dave.
Those people that helped you, they're just smart. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. What I always tell folks to do, listen, you mentioned something that's very important. This is an amount of money I never thought I would see. What that amounts to is I'm doing something I've never done, and so I feel intimidated and inept, which is normal. That would be normal to feel that way if you're doing something you've never done before, right? And so I would want to go on a learning journey more than just listening to our YouTube clips or something, to where you begin to say, okay, I felt that way at first, but now over the last 3 years, I've learned all these different things, and I've had these different experiences with these investments. And now I feel very comfortable and competent, and that's your big goal, is to get the other side of the learning curve on this. And it's not a panic, but I want you to feel confident, and I don't want you to ever, to where 5 years from now, 3 years from now, you're not saying that anymore, which also means you're not going to make any mistakes. Okay. So, I would tell you to go to a SmartVestor Pro is what I'm saying. Go to Ramsey Solutions and click on SmartVestor. Find a SmartVestor Pro in your area. Sit down with them and have them look over what you've done and, and if they would do anything different, or if you want to move the accounts with them, that's fine. And just begin to learn, what we're doing and where we're going from here.
Yeah, it's great. Well done.
Very smart.
Yeah.
It's funny. All right, Lauren is in Ohio. Hey, Lauren, what's up?
Hi, Dave. Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Sure.
So I'm 30 years old. I have been following the baby steps for a little over 6 years, probably about 7 now. I got out of debt. I have an emergency fund. I was able to pay cash for a car last year. And I've
Way to go.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been ready to start saving up for a house. I'm currently renting, but I've also been in a relationship with someone for 8 years. He's 49 and is not very financially responsible, and I think I need some advice on next steps to take.
Dang. So your financial transformation happened while you've been dating him. Like you said, you did all of this. Okay.
Yes.
And what?
Meanwhile, he did nothing.
Pretty much. He cleaned up some tax problems that he'd had in the past.
Good. He's now legal.
Yes. But he's since financed vehicles, and now he has one working vehicle and one non-working vehicle, and they're both financed, and he's very upside down, and it's scary to watch.
Exactly what is your question?
Exactly. My question is, do I need to take care of myself by getting out of here, or is there something else I can do to help him, see the light, quote unquote?
Well, have you guys talked about it? Had conversations over the last 8 years about money?
For many, many years, yeah.
And you raise these concerns that it makes you nervous and kind of fearful with his financial patterns. And what does he say?
He either becomes very defensive, like I'm doing this and I'm doing that, and if I just change this one thing, this will all go away, or you think I'm so bad with money and with finances.
I kind of do. Yeah,
I kind of do. I just don't know where to go from here. Is it time to face the facts?
I mean, a question I always like to ask Lauren is, do you look at him and think, what a winner he is? Do you?
Yeah. There's that. Yeah, that's in there. That's.
Do you want to be married to that
I look
forever?
At him and I'm
you don't respect him, do you?
I don't.
You don't
No,
respect
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't at all.
Oh.
It's not a matter of whether he's holding you back. It's a matter of what do you want to spend your life with.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
And I'll say this, Lauren, to me, it's not about the money, a certain amount of money that he's worth or whatever. It's the values and the patterns at which he lives his life. And when those are in conflict with how the value system at which you live your life, that's a really hard marriage to be a team and to enjoy life together. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
You're going to make him miserable.
You're going to make him miserable.
And he's going to make you miserable. But I mean, you need to understand that, just standing beside him makes him, the reflection is not good. I mean, it's, that's the truth. I mean, your very presence reveals his deficits. And so
I often feel like his mother rather than his brother.
Yeah. Well, because you sound like the responsible one, the one that lives in reality. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you've already made your call before you called here, hadn't you?
I might have. Yep.
I'm sorry, Lauren. That's hard. I mean, 8 years.
Decision.
That's Do you guys live together? Or are you guys gonna have to separate?
Do.
Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be a big. Yeah, this is a big breaking for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And here's the other thing. It's been 8 years, and this is not, and it has been discussed over and over and over and over. He's not gonna change.
That's what I was afraid you'd say.
So when you announce this, and he says, "Oh, I'll change," he means it, but he still won't.
But he still won't. Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, the pattern's ingrained. I just know.
Yeah. Well, and he's a 50-year-old man. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm like, it's not like you guys are both 24-year-olds and he's trying to figure out the world. I'm like, dude, you got 12 years on me and my husband. I don't know.
19,
part of me is like, you're 50.
19 years old.
50,
so I'll tell you what I would do is I would pick up the book Necessary Endings by Dr. Henry Cloud. I think it will inform your intellect and soothe your emotions.
Okay.
As you decide to walk through this, because we're doing an emotional thing with an intellectual discussion, and that's a hard and then when you get into it, it's going to be emotional, and
absolutely,
because you're not a psychopath, so and you like him, you love him, you don't want to hurt him. You're not a mean person. We're not trying to bully someone or gaslight them or something like that. It's just you're just going, this is just not going to end well. I don't want to be sitting here 40 years from now. That's what you're saying. The trajectory on this sucks, and you just don't respect him. And it's hard to do in-depth close relationships with anyone you don't respect.
And and his response to you pushing a little bit of conflict when it goes defensive and you start getting blamed, that's going to be your relationship, not just with money, but other things, right? That's the value system and the paradigm he lives in. And yeah, you don't want a partner like that, you know?
Okay, Rachel, the internet officially knows too much about all of us.
So much, George. I mean, our names, our addresses, even our relatives' names. And what's crazy is even if you opt out, data broker websites can still get your info.
Don't like that.
No.
And just a year ago, get this, the average person had about 300 pieces of personal data floating around online. Now it's over 600. It has doubled in a year.
You guys, that is so concerning because that info then can be used in phishing scams, impersonation, and even harassment. That's why George and I both use and love Delete Me.
Yes, Delete Me scrubs your personal info from hundreds of these data broker sites, not just once, but all year long. And there's real privacy experts behind the scenes doing this, not bots. So this is digital hygiene we all need.
We all need it. And then they will send you a detailed report showing exactly where they found your data and what they removed. And you can even request custom removals if you have something specific you want them to look out for.
Exactly. And this is not being paranoid. This is staying protected. And so far, Delete Me has removed my info from 240 listings and saved me 94 hours of time it would have taken me to do it.
I love it. And you guys, in a world where strangers can Google your grandma and get enough info to scam her in just 2 clicks, Delete Me gives you peace of mind.
Yes, so go to joindeleteme.com/Ramsey for 20% off. And that discount brings their annual plans down to about $9 a month. So go check it out, joindeleteme.com/Ramsey.
If you're tired of living paycheck to paycheck and feeling like you can't get ahead, join one of our free Every Dollar trainings. These are new trainings every month, and they're all hosted by one of the Ramsey personalities. Rachel, when are you doing the next one?
Next week.
Okay.
I think maybe Wednesday.
Coming up soon.
I did one this week. Yeah, they're great. They're really...
We're showing you how to stick
really
to a
fun.
budget, and you find thousands of dollars of margin. Everybody that goes through it, we show you here, you can do this, 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 and this. We give you a list of things. It's always thousands of dollars of things you can do to start turning the corner. And so ask any question during the live Q&A. George was saying yesterday that the live Q&A is excellent.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's fun. It's like this show. I mean, you get to, people jump on
Except
and
you
we
can
talk
actually
about
get
it.
through. Yeah.
yeah, you're there.
So sign up for free at RamseySolutions.com/webinar. Free Every Dollar trainings. Free. Did I mention they're free? Chance is in Sacramento. Hey, Chance, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Better than I deserve. How can we help?
Man, this is cool. I'm actually calling about, I'm calling on behalf of my mom. I'm a small business owner. She works for me. She's 62, and she was having a little bit of a tough time getting laid off at different jobs she was working at. So now she just works for me, and it's pretty, low stress. But I'm just concerned about, what I can do as a son to help her out with her future retirement and kind of where she's at right now. I have a list of, some of the different amounts that she currently has whenever you're ready.
Okay. What do you make? What's your income?
So I bring home $83,000, but take home's about $73,000
And that's on this business?
on the business. Yeah.
Okay. And what are you paying her?
$45,000.
Okay.
Makes 22 40 hours.
Okay. All right. You were getting ready to say something on the 83. You make profit in addition to that?
Yeah, that's just my salary.
Okay. So what's the business make? What's your profit that you get paid, that you pay taxes on?
Oh, this is good. I'm getting a lot better at this. So, last year was 1.4, and we made a profit of about 100,000.
Good.
This year we're going to do.
You made a profit of 100,000 after you paid yourself 83.
Correct.
So you made $183,000 personal income.
Correct.
Because you own 100% of the business, right?
Yes.
Okay. That tells me what you've got to work with to try to help her other than the 45. Okay. So what does she have? Does she have any money saved?
Yes. So currently there's $97,000 in an annuity, an indexed annuity that's going to mature next year.
Good.
And $91,000 in a individual brokerage account.
Mm-hmm.
57,000 in a traditional IRA,
Mm-hmm.
and almost $7,000 in a Roth IRA.
Good. Okay. What I would do is take her and sit down with a SmartVestor Pro in your area, a broker that we recommend, and help them develop a plan to get all of this money working together. She's got about almost $300,000 there, 250 anyway, and get that all working for her, keeping her hands off of it. Let her build a sustainable budget on the 45. And if she just leaves it alone and keeps working, in 7 years it will double. So it'll be, instead of 250, it'll be 500.
Man, that's good news.
Yeah.
That seems a little bit better than the amounts I was looking at.
Yeah, because this is a little slim. It's not enough, but she's only 62. So I mean, she can work as long as she can keep working, and you can keep paying her. And then, of course, you know, how many employees do you have?
So we have 8 guys in the field, and 3 of us are management, with my mom being one of the managers.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, if you can find, if you wanted to start, you can talk to the SmartVestor Pro about that too, what's called a simple 401k, or simple IRA. It's a 401k for small businesses. Costs nothing to get it started, but you do have to match up to 3% what people put in. But she could continue to put money in that, and you can match her then. And you can help her that way and help her fund her Roth IRAs every year, in addition to having this money invested well. So there's some things you can do here.
Yeah,
because you're making some money.
Yeah, Chance, did she have a age that she was wanting to retire, and you guys were trying to figure out if she was able to, or is she great to work for longer to get this built up?
No, my family dynamic is kind of, my dad had an injury a long time ago, so he's not in the picture. And my mom is kind of not looking at me but like I want to be a good guidance for her. So
I'm looking at her to work to 72.
Yeah, she's ready to work for as long as she'd like to, and even if she's not, I'm still going to pay her, or take care of her, do what I need to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, be careful about that part of this. Let's develop a plan that has the dignity of sustainability on her own, where she doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
Is she going to be a problem in the workplace for 10 years, considering she's gotten laid off so many times? Or is she good? She's good in her role and everything.
Well, my sister passed away, and after that she left work for a while, and then when she came back, all of the the other admin ladies were younger, faster, and
I gotcha. Okay. Yep. No, that makes sense.
Struggled with that.
I gotcha.
And we don't have any property in our family. Like, she doesn't own a home. She's renting right now, and the rent is a little bit higher than. I mean, it's like $1,400.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think you sit down, develop a plan with a good SmartVestor Pro, and that will tell you what you're going to do, and also will inform her. I think she's working a while, and I think that I think it's good. I don't think that's bad. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm getting ready to turn 65. I plan on working, and not because I have to, but because I enjoy it. And so this is what I do, and I don't really have anything else I want to do. So this is perfect. So she's got that same situation. She gets to work with her son, who's loving her and taking care of her and so forth, and so she can stay right there and earn an income. And meanwhile, continually putting some money in. Meanwhile, investing this current money that she has better than it's invested now, so that it'll produce more, because it's probably not doing that well right now. So you do need to reorganize the money that she has, and that's why I'm sending you to a SmartVestor Pro to help you figure every bit of that out. Virginia's in Pennsylvania. Hi, Virginia. How are you?
Fine, thanks. I'm a new listener.
Okay. How can we help?
Well, my question is it make financial sense for me to continue to be the co-owner on my 33-year-old unmarried son's financial accounts?
No.
I opened these up for him when he was an infant.
Yeah.
So.
No, this is like a man, and he doesn't need his mommy on his account.
I'm trying really, not that he's irresponsible, but I'm really trying hard.
Well, he's
to set him
33.
up
If
for
he's
the
irresponsible,
future.
it's his problem.
He doesn't make a lot of money.
I don't care.
So, okay.
No, I mean, really,
my question.
you cannot carry a 33-year-old around and change his diaper, honey. I mean,
I was always told there should be a co-owner on bank accounts.
I'm sorry, say that again?
I was always told there should be a co-owner.
Who
on
told
a bank
you that?
account. My parents.
Oh, okay. Shocking. Okay. No. Let me just tell you, Rachel's sitting beside me. She's my daughter. She's in her 30s. The number of bank accounts of hers that I'm on is precisely 0. Not even close.
It's hard to let go, Virginia. That's a good boundary.
It's a good boundary.
He needs to fly and be free. And if he makes mistakes, he's going to have to learn it as a man.
Goody.
I'm glad you're a first-time listener, though. Glad you're here.
I get it. Switching banks is a pain in the you-know-what. But if your bank doesn't line up with your money goals, it's time to make the switch to Fairwinds Credit Union. Listen, you guys know how I feel about big banks. They make money when you stay broke, charging you overdraft fees, pushing credit cards, and telling you debt is normal. And that's why I only work with folks who help you, not just profit off of you. Fairwinds is different. They're owned by their members. They're nonprofit, and they share our values. They even advertise with billboards saying they want their members to be debt-free. So they built the Smart Checking and Savings Bundle just for Ramsey fans. You can open your account online in minutes, and here's what you get. Free checking with no minimums and no monthly fees. Savings with a high APY to help you in baby step 1 and beyond. And a mobile app that actually makes sense. Plus, you also get access to over 33,000 fee-free ATMs and more than 5,000 affiliated branches nationwide. So don't settle for a bank that slows your progress down. Choose one that's built to help you win with money. Go to fairwinds.org/Ramsey and open your Smart Bundle today.
Fairwinds is federally insured by the NCUA.
If you like the show, thank you. We could use your help. Click the follow button, the subscribe button, share the show, send somebody a link, click a share button if there's one on your platform. We appreciate that. Oh, those 5-star reviews, they're very helpful too. Thank you very much. All that pushes the algorithms around and causes people to see the show on the platform that you're on, whether it's Spotify or Apple or Google Play or YouTube or wherever you are, wherever you're hanging out. If you're on talk radio, just tell people about it. It's that simple. Thank you guys for sharing it. We appreciate it. Brianna is in Texarkana, Texas. Hey, Brianna, what's up? Or Brianna?
Hey,
is it Brianna or
y'all?
Brianna?
I go by either, but it's Brianna.
Brianna, okay.
So, how are y'all today?
Good. How can we help?
I was giving y'all a call. We're kind of in a pickle. We're currently renting, and our landlord is selling the house. They gave us 30 days to move out.
Okay.
So we've got a couple of options. I'm in touch with contractors in the area because I work with them. We looked and saw a house yesterday that was $1,300 a month.
For rent?
Which is, yes,
Okay. What are you paying now?
$1,150.
Okay, cool. That's good. All right.
Okay. We do have some debts right now. We have 2 cars that we are paying down a lot on, and a Discover card. So total in debt is about $25,000.
Okay.
So I've got 2 options. I can either start paying a little bit more in rent, and push we want to eventually build a house,
Mm-hmm.
or we can. My sister told me we could go ahead and get loan out a camper and live on her property, so we can rat hole a lot of money for a down payment on a house and start building.
Take a loan and buy a camper.
Well, I know. Take a loan out for a camper.
Yeah, I got it. You just said that out loud.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know.
Oh, no. Yeah. So, no, we're not going to finance something that's going down in value while we're trying to get out of debt to save up money to buy a house. It's working against you. You're swimming upstream. Not only is it going down in value, but you're paying interest for it to go down in value.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Oh, and by the way, you're living in a camper. There's that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd go rent that $1,300 house in about the next 30 minutes before it gets away.
Okay.
What's your hesitation, Brian? I'm just curious. Is it that
I guess it's just
you feel like you're throwing money away renting?
Yeah, in a sense, yeah.
Okay, what do you guys owe on the 2 cars?
I was 17 on one and then 4,600 on the other.
Okay.
And what's your household income?
What do y'all make?
Last year we did 125.
Okay.
Oh, that's great.
So you should be able to clean this up in a year. You'd be debt free in a year.
Yeah, and I also
No. Wait a minute. No, you didn't. You said that like you didn't believe it. I believe it. You made $125,000. You only owe $25,000. Your rent's only $1,300. You should be debt free in a year. You're not on a detailed budget. Y'all are still going out to eat and partying.
Yeah, we started doing the Every Dollar app as well
last week. Right?
Yeah. I mean,
you're just getting started, kiddo. Yeah. Hey, listen, don't worry about the Every Dollar app. But if you were organized, think about this. If you make $125 and you pay off $25, that means you have to live on $100,000. Oh my!
Yeah.
You could do that.
Okay.
Your cars are not out of control. They're not good. I want you to get them paid off. The $17,000 one is concerning, but you make good money.
Yeah. What do y'all bring home every month? Do you know? After tax, what hits your bank account every month for income?
Every month, let me think. I'm easily $1,700 every 2 weeks, and he's at like $1,500 every 2 weeks.
$6,400.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, something's wrong. You guys got a big tax refund, didn't you?
Well, it was about $2,000.
Okay, and how much is coming out for 401ks?
6% out of mine, so 100 and
okay. Yeah, so stop that.
Yeah, and that pays for the difference of the rent.
We do have an 18-month-old, so she's in daycare.
Yeah,
so
but that's not causing you to be broke. You're making plenty of money. Okay, so here's the thing. Here's what I want you to do. In talking to you for a few minutes, you make too much money. And you're too smart to be this broke. Okay? Because if I run into somebody that's either dumb or they don't make enough money, I can't fix the dumb, but I can help if they don't make enough money. You're not either one. You're smart enough to do this. And you are not, and you make plenty of money. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pretend like I hired you for $130,000 a year to take over Brianna's budget. And make it behave. Make every one of those dollars scream like it was your job, and if you didn't do your job, you were going to get fired.
Okay.
And that's the every dollar budget. I'm going to take every one of those dollars that's coming in. I'm going to stop the 401k temporarily. I'm going to adjust my take-home pay by another $200 a month so that you don't get a tax refund, and that's the $2,000 because a tax refund means you gave Washington too much money and then they gave it back to you in April. Santa Claus does not live in D.C. That was your money you got back. And so you lay all of that out and you make those adjustments, and then you take the money that's coming in, which is now about $7,000 a month. You pay $1,300 out of it. You buy some food. You buy some daycare. You put the electric bill on there, and then you got some money to attack this, and you run the ringer on this debt, kiddo. And don't be talking about living in a camper. You make $140,000 a year. Let's get this done.
Okay.
You can do this.
Which we have paid off. We have paid off a lot, like easily $20,000 this past year.
Good.
Good.
Okay.
That's great.
Well, if you did it one more year
If
you did it one more year plus a little, you're done.
Because the cars we originally started with $1,600 on, it was $16,000 on my Highlander, and $9,000 on his car, and we've paid it.
That's great, Brianna. What's the Discover? Hey, what's the Discover card? How much do you guys owe on that?
$18,000.
$18,000.
Okay. Is that cut up?
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Okay. Good. All right. So you discovered freedom. Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, get on that every dollar budget. We're going to put you in with Kelly. She's going to give you the upgrade where it connects to your bank and you can drag and drop everything automatically. And it's going to change everything. It's going to show you exactly how to walk these baby steps. And I want you to step on this money like it was your job.
Yeah, get the $2,600 car paid off this month.
Yeah.
Find $2,600 out of that budget and do it. Like extreme stuff. And this is extreme. Like the grocery budget, you're shopping inexpensive places.
No eating out and no vacations and no campers. No campers. That's no. That's going to set you back. It's going to cost you 1.5 to 2 years in this. Don't do that. No, your sister's sweet. She's just not smart. Don't do this. No. She was generous to let you live there. I shouldn't say that, but that was nice. But no, if it led to her suggesting financing a camper, then I'm not going to. No, that's dumb. Don't do that. Don't do that. Go get that other house. You're going to be there 2 years because it's going to take you 1 year to get out of debt, build your emergency fund, then you got to build a down payment. You might be there 3, but that's it. After that, you're going to buy a house.
Yep.
And then you're going to move on and become wealthy. This is what you're going to do because you make too much money and you're too smart to be this broke. So you're heading out. You're doing good stuff. Keep it up. Keep it up. Keep it up. We're here to help you, and we're going to hold you accountable. Hang on. Kelly's going to pick up. We'll get you tied into that every dollar out. It's interesting. That's interesting. I mean,
the camper. What's interesting?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what mindset.
Well, because it feels like rent. I could see it. It feels like you're throwing money away, and at least you have an asset. But understanding that the asset ends up sometimes being underwater. It's like a car. Like you borrow at the high end, and when you try to sell it, you can't even recoup it. So it's just more details and research in it, Brianna. But good luck to you guys.
Good question. Thanks for calling in. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. Rachel Cruze, Ramsey personality, #1 best-selling author. My daughter is my co-host today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Amanda is in Wisconsin. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
Doing great, Dave. Thank you for taking my call. And Rachel, it's awesome to speak with you as well.
Oh, well, we're glad you called, Amanda. Happy to talk.
Thank you. Currently, my husband and I, with our 4 children, we are on baby step number 3. And we've currently paid off about $125,000.
Oh, my gosh. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. But right now that we have more wiggle room in the budget, we're struggling with momentum of trying to get that full on emergency fund filled up. And part of it has to do with we had a couple of emergencies this past year that weren't life-threatening, but they are big financial burdens that we are struggling to throw that money at it to save up to that large amount versus when we were paying down our debt, it was easy, throwing $300-500, things at a time per month, and watching that steadily go down. But we're kind of struggling with the momentum of needing to get that emergency fund up so we can keep going forward.
How much you guys have in the account now?
$6,000.
Okay. And your ideal number that you guys are shooting for?
$30,000.
30. Okay.
That's 3 to 6 months of expenses?
No, that's just at least like a couple of months right now.
I'm saying 30,000 is 3 to 6 months of expenses. What's your household income?
Last year we had 110,000.
Okay. All right. Okay. It's pretty hefty. You may have that may be part of the problem. You may have such a big goal you can't see getting there. And you're throwing how much at it a month to build it? Or how much can you throw
right now? Right now we're throwing about 500 a month.
You didn't get out of debt at that speed.
No, we didn't. That's where.
What were you throwing at it? What were you throwing at the debt a month?
Oh gosh, like a couple thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
Listen, baby steps 1 through 3 are gazelle intensity, like your hair's on fire, scorched earth, no eating out, no relaxing, total focus, zero lifestyle, no vacations till you get that emergency fund built. So it's $2,000 a month going in there, which is a 15-month schedule from the beginning, but you're $6,000 in, and so it's a 12-month schedule for you to get there. But you've got to lay it out and look at it like that. What happened was y'all got out of debt and relaxed.
Yeah, guilty.
You didn't keep your intensity through this. Once you get the baby steps done, baby step 3 done, then you can relax and start 15%. Be intentional instead of intense. Put 15% of your income into retirement, then start towards the kids' college and those kinds of things. But
yeah, what does it take a month to run your household, Amanda?
Let's see, it takes about 3,700 and change.
Okay, so let's call that $4,000. So 3 months is 12, 24 is 6 months. So I don't know if you need 30 or not.
Yeah, you could go. Yeah,
you could lower that. You could call it 20 for now,
just
and
to
just
get
go get it finished. That's 14. Yeah. That's 7 months at $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
That probably feels more doable.
Yeah, at $500 a month, you're going to get there in about 18 years. No, you can't. No wonder you lost momentum.
Yeah, last year, one of our vehicles that we had paid off, the motor decided to die, and after crunching it, it's just cheaper to put a new motor in, which is going to be about $10,000. We have a second vehicle that, again, everything's paid off that we're using, but it would be good to have the actual truck back on the road. And then we had a huge flood and the furnace died. So we're heating our house with a pellet stove, but we need a new furnace, which is like another $10,000. And I think that's probably where that like $30,000 came from.
Yeah, you feel overwhelmed for sure.
Yeah, you got to take care of those things. So you may want to go with a used motor from a junkyard into the truck rather than a new one.
Yeah, we've been to like multiple mechanics. It's one of those situations where it's a known issue with the vehicle, like around the 180,000 mile mark. Didn't know that when we bought her, but even if it's a used or refurbished motor, it's still around like the lowest was like 8,000.
Yeah. Okay, but I mean, you're gonna have to clear those and plow through this. Thank God you're out of debt.
Yeah,
you'd be up a creek.
It's painful watching the vehicle sit there and. And the furnace, and it's like, and it just felt like, oh gosh, we lost our momentum because we were starting to save up for the emergency fund, and I'm like, how do we get the momentum back?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's saying, okay, thank God, okay, with the same intensity that you used to get out of debt, and thank God I was out of debt, because if I wasn't, I'd be really screwed right now.
With all those payments going
on. And so then you're going to be the other side of this, and you're going to go, okay, I got the furnace, the car fixed, I get the emergency fund done, and thank God I'm in that position, because then something else is going to come up. 100% of us have things happen.
That's well, and the hard thing is, too, I think we can kind of all live a little bit in a fantasy world that life's trajectory is just straight up, and it's not. It goes up and down. The trajectory is going up, but there's going to be ups and down seasons. Like we've talked to many people that they were on baby step 3 and almost complete, and then something happens and they got to drain it and build it back up. I mean, that is life. But the encouraging thing is, that you guys have a plan. Number one, you know what you're doing, and just take it one bite at a time. When you look at the whole thing, it can feel overwhelming of like, oh my gosh, we still have to get 20,000 in the emergency fund, and we have this 10,000 and this 10,000. Just do one thing at a time and look at the numbers of it to know, okay, if we really sacrifice and keep at it, we can put 2,000 away a month, 1,500 away a month. And you just start building on that. And then also you think about too, your jobs, getting raises, like things happen too with income throughout this process.
The good news is the other side of it. And the other side of it looks like this. When you don't have any payments, the truck is fixed and the furnace is fixed and you got $20,000 in the bank. it's going to be the weirdest thing. Here's the weirdest thing that happens. What is defined as an emergency changes. Because when you're broke, a $30 item is an emergency. When you're doing really well and you got margin in your budget, a $1,000 item is not an emergency because you just put it in the budget. So, and even later on, it gets to where a $10,000 item is not an emergency as you build some wealth, and you just don't end up using the emergency fund because you're starting to get margin in your life. And by the way, you're moving up in a little bit better cars, so they're not breaking all the freaking time. And you're staying ahead of the maintenance stuff so it doesn't break on you. And you get more life out of things because you keep up with it, all that. So the good news is, and I'm talking 3 years from now for you, Amanda. They're not today. Today, you've got another year of really tough. Roll up your sleeves. You got a year of tough. And you're not done. You're not done. You got to get through this. And then, but that's the only way to get through it is to bust through it. And as you said, to regain your momentum. There's not a magic thing, but when you set a clear goal and you believe it's reachable, it gives you energy. When it's a vague series of things attacking me that I don't know how I'm going to handle, it steals your energy. So break it down step by step. Here's what we're going to do first. Here's what we're going to do second. Here's what we're going to do third. And we're going to crank it up again. No lifestyle, no nothing till we get this mess cleaned up. With the lowest prices of any national grocery store, shoppers save big at Aldi. Aldi believes in making shopping straightforward and stress-free. Whether you're firing up the grill for a family dinner or hosting a backyard barbecue, Aldi is there to help. They've got a great selection of fresh USDA choice meats and organic produce at prices that won't bust your budget. And no messing around with apps, coupons, loyalty cards, or membership fees to get low prices on award-winning products every day. So stop overpaying and start shopping at Aldi. Find a store near you today at aldi.us. That's ALDI.us.
Savings based on regional analysis of Aldi versus select competitors. Prices may vary by location, product availability, and the market.
Amy's in Minnesota. Hi, Amy. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Well, I wanted to call and ask about my company credit card. My husband and I have worked really hard to pay off all of our debt, and we have our emergency fund saved, and we've been also saving to buy our first house sometime in this year. We went to our local credit union to get approved, and we did get approved for a loan, but the person that we spoke with there asked me about a $17,000 debt that was showing on my credit report, and I realized it was for my company-issued credit card. I'm a secretary at an accounting firm, and I was given this card when I first started working here, and I use it to book travel for employees, order office supplies, pay different company bills, but it never occurred to me that it would show on my personal report. So,
is it an American Express?
No.
Good. Okay. Because theirs are going to show on your report, and they're going to try to hold you liable. So I would go to your supervisor and tell them you need this canceled immediately.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. It should not be on your report. Did you sign to be liable for this company?
No, and from what I was reading, we're a smaller company, so I'm listed as an authorized user.
Yeah, authorized user is not liable for the bill.
Yeah, so that's why.
So it shouldn't show up on your credit bureau, but your bank is a huckster. So your boss's bank is a huckster. So you need to get away from this.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was getting the right information from the credit card or from the credit union person we talked to about the loan.
Well, if it shows up on your credit bureau, it's not something they've taken your Social Security number and put you on the account somehow.
Yeah, I'm an authorized user.
I know authorized user is not liable. But that should not be reported. Sometimes they do that though. And so, yeah, you got to be really, really careful. And so I would just tell your boss just to, to shut it down, shut down the account, or shut your name down off the account. I don't want to be on the account at all in any way.
Okay.
If you want me to book your travel and stuff, you're going to have to give me your card to do it. I'm not putting my name on it.
Okay. Well, I will do that.
Yeah,
I appreciate
I don't want to be liable for it, and I don't want it reported on my credit bureau.
Yeah.
I worked hard to get out of debt. Now I got a $17,000 debt that's yours on my credit report.
That's what parents are starting to do with their kids, putting their kids as authorized users so that it builds their credit. Yeah. Which is that same whole.
It's the same crap, and it's not supposed to show up.
Yeah.
It's not legal, but they do it all the time. So, because here's the thing. What is reported on your credit bureau report is what you owe. When you're an authorized user, you don't owe anything.
Your name is just
attached. Should not be on there.
It's just that her name's attached to an account that does owe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's the same thing as the kids.
Yep.
It's exactly why she's getting this. Mm-hmm. She's probably not liable on this account. Mm-hmm. They probably haven't screwed it up. But the best thing to do is just to get it out of her name completely, and then you don't have to worry about it.
That's right.
It's not going to show up anymore.
God, how crazy is that? That you're like, we're out of debt, all this, and then you go to your credit union and you're like, I'm sorry.
You got $17,000.
You're like, what?
We can prove the loan in spite of that, but.
Yep.
And he acts like she owes the money. See how that happened?
Yeah.
See how that looks?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the purpose of a credit bureau report, but it's false.
Right.
It's these companies, man. Snakes. Kathleen is in Kansas. Hi, Kathleen. How are you?
Hey, Dave. I'm good. How are you doing?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
So, pretty straightforward question. My boyfriend and I are going to be buying a house together. And my question is, should I keep the townhome that I currently own and rent it out for extra income? Or should I sell it, take the profit, and stick it in investments?
Kathleen, you're not going to like me.
You're going to ask why we're not married.
No. I'm going to tell you.
Maybe that too, Kathleen.
That might come up in a minute, but we're going to start with the idea that buying a home with someone that you're not married to is financial freaking suicide. Do not do that.
Okay.
One of you decides to leave, you can't get off the mortgage.
There's no protection.
One of you gets disabled, you can't get off the mortgage.
I understand.
If he dies and he doesn't have a will, if he dies and he doesn't have a will, you own a townhouse with his mother. Yeah. It's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. Okay? These are the people that call us later.
Yes.
After they do the thing you're going to do. And then they call us going, Dave, I'm so screwed. What am I going to do now? Please don't do this.
Or the boyfriend leaves and stops paying.
He just disappears.
And then you're on the hook for the whole thing, or you're going to get foreclosed on. Or, you know what I mean? Like, it's not good.
No. Do not do this. Now, then if you were married and you did buy it together, that would be okay, obviously. So if you're going to do this, you got to get married. So I'm really meddling now. But then if you're going to do this, you'd have to keep debt on one or the other in order to keep the old place, and I wouldn't do that. I'd sell the old place.
Okay.
But don't sell the old place and buy this with your boyfriend. You're going to do it anyway.
She is.
You're going to do it anyway. You're how I stay in business.
No.
You're just going to keep coming back. She's going to do it anyway. Everyone listening knows it. Oh, bless your heart, darling. I'm so sorry. Please don't do this. Please, we love you. We don't want this for you.
We're here, Kathleen, if it goes
south. It's not a prosperity plan. It's a poor person plan. You're going to be poor people. Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. It's not a matter of romance. It's a matter of stupidity. Tim is in Utah. Hey, Tim, what's up?
Hey, Dave. Quick question. So my wife and I were self-employed. We own a business, and we currently own a house in Utah that we bought in May of 2022. Long story short, our house has dropped in value like $85,000.
Why?
So the market just dropped. We bought the week before interest rates started going up, and so then interest rates went up, and we have
Where in Utah?
Just south of Salt Lake.
Bull. Salt Lake is a boom town. It's exploding in price. It's almost unbearably expensive.
It's still expensive. Our house was expensive, but the value has gone down quite a bit since we bought.
I'm sorry, I don't believe you. I think you've got bad information.
Every house in our neighborhood
who gave you the comps? Who gave you the comps?
Our realtor works for.
Your real estate agent came
21.
out and looked at the house and said the house that you bought in 21 is worth $85,000 less in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, and we have friends that just sold under contract and their house is undervalued. Yeah. Yep. So here's my question though. So we don't have any other debt. Like, we're pretty smart financially, but we don't like how much our mortgage is. And the other aspect is we travel to the East Coast for work 6 or 7 times a year. And so we're looking at buying a house in the East Coast by some friends, and we'd be able to lower our mortgage payment about $1,200 a month.
6 or 7 times a year?
Yeah.
For how long at a time? How long at a time?
About a week at a time.
So for 7 weeks?
So 6 weeks out of 52. That doesn't determine your domicile.
Well, no, but if we moved to where we're looking at, our mortgage payment would also be $1,200 a month.
Oh, you would move?
But you never live there.
No, but you're moving there full time, you're saying?
No. We're talking about selling our house in Utah and moving.
And moving to the East Coast.
The whole year?
Yes.
So what's the 6 or 7 times got to do with it?
Well,
that's just the reason why they're moving.
We don't like traveling as much.
He just they want to live on the East Coast.
So are you working in Salt Lake City while you live on the East Coast?
We own a company and we work remote. So we can work anywhere. So my question was, though, for us to move to sell our house, we'd owe our mortgage company a little bit, and then moving costs and closing costs and everything, it would cost us probably about $40,000, which we have in the bank to move. And it'd only save us about $1,200 a month in mortgage payment.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
So we're trying to decide.
No, it doesn't make any sense at all.
We're trying to decide, should we just take that $40,000 and to put it towards our house? That's the only debt we have.
No, I would just sit there and let the thing come back in value. You got no reason to move. You don't have a reason to move. You're only over there 6 times a year. You can get a hotel 6 times a year, or nothing. I mean, it's nothing compared.
So wait till the house gets to value.
You're going to go $85,000 and $40,000 to move. So it's a $120,000 swing. You'll never recoup. These days, business as usual is anything but. Tariffs make trade policy a moving target, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow is probably tighter than ever. So if your business can't adapt in real time, you're in a world of hurt. That's why you need NetSuite by Oracle, trusted by more than 42,000 businesses, including Ramsey Solutions. You need to see what's happening, what's stuck, and what's costing you, and how to fix it. And NetSuite is the #1 cloud-based business management suite because it helps your business make the right decisions fast. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one place so you're not left shuffling a dozen different spreadsheets. That gives you the visibility you need to make quick decisions based on actionable data. And NetSuite AI automates everyday tasks so your team can focus on strategy. It's one system for full control and no guesswork to tame the chaos. And right now, if you're leading a business doing more than $1 million in annual revenue, download NetSuite's free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders, at netsuite.com/Ramsey. That's netsuite.com/Ramsey. Salt Lake City is the 10th hottest real estate market in 2025 in the U.S. It's up 9% year over year in prices, and it is 35% higher than the national average on median house prices.
Okay, this is such a...
Just to make sure.
Just a classic Ramsey move.
I'm serious.
I am too. This is exactly what happens when we debate at dinner as a family, we're always pulling up Google to prove our point.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like I made this up. That was my point. So.
I know, but you proved it.
I did.
Proved it.
I did. Lock that down. Christy's in Indiana. Hey, Christy, what's up?
Hey. So, lots happened over the past year with my family. Me and my husband have been married for about 14 years, and we're deciding to move because of his job from Indiana to D.C., and we're deciding to consolidate my mother's house also and move her in with us. She owns her house outright. We still carry a mortgage, but I'm just trying to figure out how to protect her money in this whole process if something were to happen. Divorce, death, what may. I just have no clue how to walk into joining our household and making that happen.
Why are you?
I'm the only child that looks out for her. So her husband had a stroke a year ago. He's in a facility. He's like a 3-year-old in a grown man's body. She lived with my 92-year-old grandma who passed away about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So there's just no one here.
How old is your mom?
I'm 72.
Okay. So why does she need care at 72?
She just doesn't get around good. She uses a walker, probably could use a wheelchair at this point. She was looking into a townhome here, and I'm like,
well, that doesn't make sense if you got a wheelchair in your future with a walker.
Yes, I know. And there's some family close, and I said, if she needed help, would you help her? Right now she lives on an acre. She has a 7 or 8 bedroom house. It's just too much. So we've been.
I don't doubt that, but I don't. What I'm trying to figure out is why she's moving in with you.
Because I have a conscience.
No, that's not the point. She doesn't even need you. I mean, she's only 72.
But she doesn't sound like she's in great health.
Yeah, she's not. She does need us. She does need us.
All right.
I don't know why she panics. Even she had help with her husband. And
how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have one sister. My brother. I have a brother also, but we haven't seen him in.
Okay, so what's the house she's going to sell? How much money is she going to put into this deal?
Probably maybe $700,000, and I have some other cash things that were moved around, annuities and stuff. We had hired, prior to all of this going down, we had hired a estate lawyer when her husband had a stroke.
Yeah.
And they moved some of her money around so that she wouldn't lose it.
Why would she lose it?
Applying for Medicaid.
She put him in a welfare nursing home and she has $700,000?
Well, no, that's going to be what we're going to get from the house because she owns the house outright. And that's something they said that the government wouldn't take with the house. I know,
but this is Medicaid. Medicaid is welfare. She put him in a welfare nursing home. Wow. And she had the money to not do that.
No, we used all of our cash assets initially, and he was not in there for about a year.
Okay, so she's broke other than the house. Yes. Okay. Does she have any income?
Other than what she gets from Social Security, no.
Okay. What's your house going? What's this proposed purchase going to cost?
We actually made an offer on a house for a little over $1 million.
Okay. You need to see an estate planning attorney, and the house would be purchased in an LLC.
Mm-hmm.
And she owns a portion of the LLC, and you own a portion of the LLC. Okay? And then here's the tricky part. You have to do a bunch of legal work to determine what happens to her portion of the LLC upon disability or death. Or if you guys just want to sell. Because otherwise you're going to get trapped and your siblings are going to be pissed and your brother will just reappear at the most inopportune moment. Looking for his part of the $700K that is called your house. This is really messy. It's going to be very difficult to do this well and it not end poorly. That's why I was asking all these questions about her care, okay? It'd be one thing if she just moved in with you and you took care of her. But when you put her money in this house, she's now your partner. She's 72 and she's in ill health and she dies. Is that going to force the sale of the house that you live in order to give your sister her part of the inheritance?
Or are you going to save the money to buy her out?
Yeah, you got to have $350,000, or is it going to be $350,000 plus what the house has gone up in value? So now the house is worth $2 million, and your mother's share is now worth $1.4 million. And that means you owe your sister $700,000. This is not going to go well if y'all aren't real careful.
She was planning on giving the whole portion to us. Her initial offer.
Yeah, how's your sister feel about that?
She doesn't want to help her out.
She doesn't want to help her out. $700,000 worth?
Yeah.
Yeah, this isn't going to go well. Okay. You guys are, you haven't thought this all the way through. And so it can be done, but you're going to have to lay out every possible negative scenario and have in writing in the LLC documentation what's going to occur. Your mother gets dementia. Your sister says that you are signing checks illegally for her. Who's got healthcare power of attorney? What happens in the event of death? At what point do you have to liquidate to pay your sister out? What does the will say about your mother's portion of the LLC? Because she owns over 50% of the house you live in. And that tail's going to wag that dog. You following all this?
Yes.
It's messy. That's why I was begging
Christy,
you. I was trying to figure out a way to not do it, and I wasn't being incompassionate. I was lacking in compassion.
Are you married, Christy, with kids and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So here would be a question for me, because this is sort of what she did. The house she lives in now, my grandma did the same exact thing. Sold her house, built onto my mom's, and they didn't have any paperwork. So
yeah, but you didn't have any heirs that questioned it.
Well, she did just pass away 2 weeks ago, but they knew that was sort of like the cost of taking care of my grandma and letting her live there.
Does your mother have any siblings?
Yes.
And that was your grandmother's house that just died?
Not technically, no.
Whose name's it in?
My mother's.
You sure?
Yes, because she built it in 1974.
Okay.
They just remodeled it.
Well, if your mother puts all of this money in this house and this house is in your name 100%, you've duplicated that family mess. But yeah, that'll work. It'll keep your sister out of it. But I think your sister's probably never going to speak to you again when this is over. Because you took $700,000 to care for an elderly lady for a few years. It's pretty heavy pay. A lot different than the Medicaid nursing home she put her husband in. So, man, this is messy. Your sister's going to be pissed. I can see it coming a mile away. I'm going to get a call from her. That's what's coming next. Y'all got to work this through, and everybody's got to talk about it, and it's got to be documented, and you need some legal advice that's a lot better than I could give you. Because all I can tell you is it's going to be a dadgum mess. Hold on, folks. Don't panic. Buying a home in today's market doesn't have to be complicated, but it does take more than hope and a quick internet search. To get the right home, one that will be a blessing and not a burden, you need a trusted mortgage partner who will listen and serve you, not push more debt. You need the professionals at Churchill Mortgage. I've personally recommended Churchill for over 30 years, and they're the only mortgage company that's Ramsey trusted. Churchill stands out because they operate the Ramsey way with transparency, integrity, and a commitment to doing what's right for the customer, not what's profitable for themselves. Churchill aligns with Ramsey's values by focusing on education, responsible mortgage lending, and helping people make smart, long-term decisions that enable them to build lasting wealth. Go to ChurchillMortgage.com today to begin a better mortgage experience. ChurchillMortgage.com.
This is a paid advertisement. NMLS ID 1591, NMLSConsumerAccess.org, Equal Housing Lender.
The Ramsey Show question of the day is brought to you by Why Refi. Defaulted private student loans can wreck your peace of mind, your finances, your relationships. Why Refi offers hope with custom refinancing based on your unique situation and ability to pay. Visit whyrefi.com/Ramsey today. That's the letter Y, REFY.com/Ramsey. Not available in all states.
Today's question comes from Alexandria in Texas. I'm currently going through a divorce and recently found out that my husband has taken out credit cards in our children's name. He racked up significant amount of debt and emptied his retirement account to pay it off. He keeps telling me it's not possible to pull credit reports on our kids, but I don't believe that that's true because now he wants me to sign paperwork that absolves him from any wrongdoing regarding our kids. Boo. No good.
Not happening. Your husband is scum. Anybody that would screw his own kids over is scum. I mean, who takes out that's just absolutely to start with, identity theft is illegal. It's criminal fraud. Okay. So your husband is a criminal. Oh, and who did he steal from? His children. What a jerk. No, I am not signing any paperwork except paperwork puts him in jail. That's the paperwork we're signing on him. So no, go talk to your lawyer, darling, and tell your lawyer to send him back a little note that says LO. Oh, LOL. You've got to be freaking kidding me.
You're saying OL. It's
yeah, whatever.
LOL.
I know, but it's laugh out loud, you fool. Okay, so you have got to be kidding me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you can freeze your kids'
yes, you
credit,
can.
which is
you
what you
can
should
pull
do.
kids' credit reports, and you can freeze them. We know this because we did it when Rachel was when they first started allowing freezing. Rachel was still a minor, and all of our children entered their adult life with a frozen credit report. Nothing had ever been on it.
Our kids too.
Nothing could get on it.
Well, and you do it too to protect them from ID theft, just in general, like with their internet, the internet and scams and frauds.
You need to freeze it because their father is scum.
Okay, well,
and that will keep him from. If they actually check the credit before they issue the credit card, they won't issue it if it's frozen. Next time he tries to do this, because there will be a next time. This guy is a serious con artist.
Sorry.
Okay, here this is interesting. Listen to the verbiage. He keeps telling me it's not possible to pull credit reports on our kids, but I don't believe that's true. So let me help you with this. Anything this guy says is not true. If his mouth is moving, he's lying. This is a guy who would steal his own children's identity for his own personal benefit. So nothing that comes out of his mouth can be trusted. So the only thing that can be trusted are the actual facts and the behavior, not the verbal wishes. So, no, you can pull credit reports on your kids. You can freeze credit reports on your kids. I have done it.
And I would, to make sure, if he says he paid it off, who knows? So I would pull those credit reports to see what the status is for your kids.
I would file a criminal on him. I'd have the police. I'd set him up and say, hey, somebody stole my kid's identity. Oh, it was him. Absolutely. And then let him figure that one out. Definitely. So, because I don't want this guy near them again. This is unbelievable. Whew. Carlo is in Miami. Hey, Carlo, what's up?
Hi, hope all you doing are well.
We are. How can we help?
I wanted to ask your opinion. My mom in late February, she passed away from her 10-year cancer battle.
I'm sorry.
And I appreciate it. And in her passing, big family squabbles with the scraps left behind. Long story short, I have $110,000 sitting in my bank account. My wife and I tomorrow are going to go get a biopsy for her. They think she possibly might have cancer. And her father that lives with us, his cancer came back, and we're dealing with that.
Oh my
gosh. Yeah, it's a rough 2025, but
yeah,
we're still blessed to be here and making decisions and trying to make things better. So, my role,
I assume you and your wife have health insurance.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
she
does
she
her
works in the
father
medical
have
field.
Does her father have health
Yes.
insurance?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
So, my biggest dilemma is this: I've always been a saver. I believe I'm baby step number 5, if not 6. We're doing rather well. We just turned 40 this year, and I'm trying to balance keeping funds in the reserve for if things go south, and living life now. We had a hard time with that with my mother. You know, traveling with her at the end was very difficult, but we made it happen, and we made our memories. So,
okay. I'm sorry. What an amazing amount of challenges. I would just throw that in a high yield savings account for 6 months, because in 6 months you're going to have a lot more information on both of these situations. Okay. You know, how expensive a fight have we got? How long a fight have we got? And how much are we going to look at alternative solutions that our insurance won't cover? Okay. And that would be true in either case, but certainly true in your wife's case, right? And then with her dad, does he have money, and how much is he going to, above it, is out of pocket after insurance, and then is he going to try or do anything other than that is going to be expensive? Okay.
Well, he doesn't have much. He lives with us. We have in-laws quarters, and he has Medicare and Medicaid, so most of and all of his treatments have been, covered from that.
Yeah.
It's just, I want to do right by him. He's been a workhorse, much like my mother, his whole life working.
Yeah, but I don't think you're going to have $100,000 of medical bills with him.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. I don't know what the future holds. So, I have the monies right now in a Schwab account. I could put that in a high yield savings.
Yeah, I just put it in high yield
and
savings
figure it out.
and just forget it's there. It's just sitting there. And then as soon as you actually can quantify these situations a little bit in terms of how long are we going to be in this fight, and what's the actual out-of-pocket expense from these two different fights, then that tells you if you can invest and begin to do some other things with some of that money.
Well,
let's pretend that it's a minor issue with your wife, okay? And it's nothing. We're done. 6 months from now, it's way in the rearview mirror. The biopsy was benign, no problems, no issue. We're done. Okay? So we had a few $100s in deductibles or whatever, some copays. We're done. Then you don't have to worry about this $100K for that purpose. I'm not going to leave it around for vague worries, but I'm going to leave it around for specific worries.
Well, one of the reasons why I've left it there in that account also is she's attempting to do a career change, which is drastically going to change her income. She currently makes about $100,000 a year, and her career change could drop us about $30,000 a year. So it's a pretty big shortfall.
Can you not live on what you make?
Well, in Miami, it's a little.
Can you not live on what you make with her career change?
Yes.
If you can't, she doesn't need to do the career change.
Yeah. I mean, it is a luxury, and she wants to do it to be home more.
Well, luxury's fine, but if you can't live on it, you can't do it.
Yeah.
Because if you got to feed your household $30,000 a year, in 3 years, this money's gone, and then you're screwed. You got a burn rate on this, man. So you don't create sustainability from savings. So that's a completely different subject than you called with, but yeah, you've got to create a budget that you guys can live on. So if you can afford to live on without touching this money, her career change, she can do it. If you can't, she can't do it.
Or you guys change lifestyles
You got to
completely.
change something. Yeah, but this 100,000 not going to save you on that. Not even going to come close. So, no, that won't work. But having it set aside to make sure you turn the corner on some cancer diagnoses, until you turn the corner, I'd let it sit there. Welcome back to the Ramsey Show. Rachel Cruze, Ramsey personality, #1 best-selling author, is my co-host today. Open phones at 888-825-5225. Melissa's in New Jersey. Hey, Melissa, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
My husband and I have been married for 18 years. We have separate accounts. I'm a teacher. He was a construction manager, a project manager for a long time. Now he's got laid off from 2 jobs within the past 2 years, and now he's self-employed, and he's building a business on his own. In that process, we had our rental property that we originally lived in when we first got married. We had 2 kids, 2-family home. We bought it together after we got married, and the down payment was an account that my husband had. It was $50,000. His dad died when he was around 9 years old, and the mother put all of the father's Social Security checks into an account to help it grow, and that's what he wanted to use that account for, to put the down payment on that house. Then we remodeled it with our wedding money. We lived in it for about 10 years. And then we bought a single-family home, but we kept it as rental. So our only joint account was where the house rental income was going into. When I was not working, because I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years, we also had a joint bank account that was originally his, and he just added me on.
Gotcha.
And
What's your question, honey?
My question is we sold our rental property, and he told me it was going into the joint account, and I was sitting at the Starbucks signing papers, and the $475,000 that we made on the house was going into his only account, his sole account.
Why'd you sign the paper?
Because he told me that we would lose our house, we would lose everything because we have no money to live on, which we didn't. We would have to sell our house.
Well, you wouldn't lose everything if he just changed the account and put it into the joint account.
Well, he didn't.
No, I'm just saying I wouldn't sign the papers till he did. Why didn't you say that?
Because our dynamic is based on a lot of intimidation and fear, and
Okay. So when is the divorce?
Trusted him. I know. Well, I trusted him to take care of our finances because he's very financially savvy, and that's, we kind of have our roles, and we kind of let each other take care of our, what our strengths are. But now he won't let me see the money. He told me the money is his and his mother's money. It's not my money. He did all the remodeling on the house.
Yeah, he's confused.
So I don't know what my rights. I don't know what to do.
The only rights you have are in divorce court.
Okay.
That's the only place you're going to get. That's the only place you're going to get a legal right. I mean, you have moral and ethical rights, but he's ignoring those.
Yeah.
But New Jersey will take half of that money and give it to you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what he did with it. I have no access to anything. He has stock accounts, investment accounts.
No, divorce requires discovery, and if he hides any of that, it's a criminal act.
Right. Well, he says that I am a teacher because I put myself through school when the
Did
kids
you
were
not
little.
hear me?
I know.
Half of this is yours.
I know.
Okay. Then quit acting like you have to go through all this. What he says doesn't matter.
I know.
When the law tells him what to do, it's going to be interesting for him.
You're right. Yeah,
So
you're right.
I mean, it's up to him. Does he want to? Because
this is a marriage issue, Melissa. Obviously,
you
right?
guys do not have. You have very little marriage left.
Absolutely.
It's hanging on by a thread.
I agree.
Are you wanting something different? Like, what are you thinking? Do you feel?
I want a divorce, but I'm afraid that I'm going to have nothing. We live a very, very nice life.
The only way you would have nothing is if he hides it all and your attorney's so weak he lets him get away with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
are you working now,
Melissa? You're probably a millionaire.
Yeah. I make. He was when he was a project manager about 2 years ago. He made about almost $218,000 a year, and I right now make about $80,000 a year. I'm a teacher.
Okay.
But the bills my bills that I pay toward the house and whatever random needs I have 2 teenagers, whatever they need, by the end of the day, I don't have much money to put away to save for myself.
Okay.
So when
here's what you need to do.
You have a job, you can pay for it.
Yeah.
When I ask him for money, that's exactly what he says.
Yeah. This guy's not.
He says you
he's
should
not
be
a pleasant
giving me
human
money
being
now.
to be around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he says you should be giving me money now.
Let me tell you. Here's when you're overwhelmed, what you need is information and facts, and information or facts that are coming from him are not information or facts because we know him to not be a reliable source. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a lawyer in New Jersey, but you need one.
Yeah.
So if you go sit down with an attorney and say, okay, here's what I do know. I know we had this 475. I know we had this stock account. I know we had this.
Mm-hmm.
How can I be protected in this process? And the attorney will explain it to you, what the laws are in New Jersey. You can have a consultation with an attorney, a divorce attorney, and it probably won't cost you a dime to do the consultation.
Okay.
And gather information because you're functioning in fear, not on facts. And when you're in trauma, when you're in a dramatic situation like this, your emotions are making the decisions, and they're not making good decisions because they're not based on facts. And so if you just cut through all that and go, facts are my friends. Facts are my friends. The way he makes me feel is not a fact. That's a feeling.
Right.
The fear of he may have stole all this money, I may never get any of it, I may be broke, I may be homeless. That's not a fact, that's a fear. Okay? The facts are you have a teaching job. It's really good. The facts are that New Jersey requires child support to be paid when you have teenagers. The facts are that New Jersey will require some kind of property disposition, probably around 50% each. Those are the facts. Now, once you have those facts and you go, gosh, half this money is mine. The law says that. Now then you can go back and say, Bubba, if we're going to keep this together, we're going to have to go see a marriage counselor, and everything in this house is going to change. Otherwise, we're not going to be able to keep this together. I've spoken with a divorce attorney, and I have an appointment with a marriage counselor. Which one do you want me to go to?
Yeah. I'm going to do that. Yeah.
But you do all that from knowledge, which will make you much calmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because all these things are spinning out in your head, and he's activating a 4-year-old version of little Melissa who thinks she's going to be on the street. And you're not, honey. You're going to be okay. And I hope you don't have to go through this. I hope the guy can be woke up and you can save your marriage. That would be neat. But at this moment, you don't want to be married to him. I can hear it. And nobody does. Nobody wants to be married to the guy you've described for the last few minutes. So I'm so sorry. But yeah, go get some actual information, and that gives you power. Coordinating a Financial Peace University class is a great way to stay motivated on your own baby steps journey while you help other people. When you lead a class, you get access to the FPU lessons, the premium version of Every Dollar, and additional content and perks, all for free for an entire year. You also get support from a community of other coordinators and our team of experts, resources to help you lead the class. So far this year, we've seen over $100 million in debt paid off and money saved in FPU classes. If you have a passion for serving other people, this is a great way to do it. Go to RamseySolutions.com/FPU. Get your first class started now. Brian's in Minnesota. Hey, Brian, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing good. How about yourself, Dave?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
Good. So I had a quick question for you, I guess. So I'm in a predicament. It's not necessarily a bad one. So I'm 26 years old. I bought a house about 5 years ago when the market was pretty cheap. I have $130,000 in savings doing nothing for me, but I only have $95,000 left on the mortgage. So I guess my question was, what's your opinion on what I should do? Is if I should pay it off early or with the money I have saved? Should I invest it into something or just keep it in a high-yield savings account?
Where'd you get $130,000?
I'm very frugal. I'm a good saver. I've worked for every penny of it, and nothing's been handed to me. And, yeah, it's good to save money, I guess. So.
You single?
No, I get married actually next December.
Oh, congratulations.
So.
Okay. Does she have any debt?
No, she's got no debt at all. She makes $80K a year, and yeah, I guess we don't know what to do right now.
Sounds like a match made in heaven.
But it's kind of too good to be true. It's kind of like, well, what now?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be sitting here wasting money on. But my mortgage is only 3%, and at the bank I'm getting 4% on my money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I could pay my house off and live pretty generously with my life. Obviously, have some kids and go from there.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm kind of stuck on what I should do.
Okay. If I woke up in your shoes after doing what I do for 35 years, I would write a check today and pay off your house. And I'd have no payments. Take your shoes off, walk through the backyard. You'll find the grass feels different.
I thought about doing that yet. I just got out of escrow this past week, and that was a nightmare and a half. Sounds like the biggest scam I've ever been through before. And I'm like, I just want me to be done with this loan. I'll just be done. But each month,
I've been telling people to pay off their mortgages in situations like this for 30 years. I have never had someone call me back and say, gosh, I really regret doing that. That was bad advice.
That's like 6 then, right?
I've never had somebody tell me it was a bad idea. And by the way, Brian, if you hate being debt-free, you can always go get you another mortgage. So I would write a check and pay it off today, hon.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah, just
well
like
done,
that.
Brian.
Yeah, that's very cool. Good for you. Rick's in Las Vegas. Hey, Rick, how are you?
Hey, Dave. Hey, Rachel. Thanks for taking my call today. Appreciate it.
Sure. How can we help?
So I have a 401k question for you. I'm just trying to plan for next year. I max out my 401k every single year, not only as an individual, but from the company contributions as well. This year it was $23,500 for individual, and I think $46,000 from the company, so $70,000 total.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, next year I'm debating on whether I want to front load it all by February. We get a huge profit sharing check every single year, and I max it out in February.
Mm-hmm.
Is it better to do that, or is it better to spread it out throughout the year?
Well, we have taught in our world dollar cost averaging for so long that people sometimes avoid the lump sum, and so and that's kind of what brings your question to bear. So what I do is I fully fund mine in the first month of the year.
Okay.
And the reason is this. Okay. The only reason you would spread it out throughout the year is if emotionally you can't handle the stock market going up and down and you're going to freak out. But that doesn't bother me a bit because I don't even look at it. I just put it in there and I'm thinking I'm probably never going to touch it. I'm probably putting it in there for Rachel's kids because I'm probably not going to use that money anyway. But and Denise and Daniel's kids. But anyway, it's not just Rachel's kids, but the Rachel's kids are like, woohoo, yeah, it's Papa Dave, yeah. But anyway, so the point being that mathematically, even if the market goes down right after you put it in, by the end of the year, it will have gone up more than it went down 90% of the time. That's the history of the stock market. Okay.
Okay.
And so sometimes you get a bear market that lasts over 12 or 14 months, but very seldom. It's, if you go back and look at the track record of the stock market, look at the S&P charts, okay, and look at how many times, So what ends up happening is the entire lump sum is earning money all year, or 1/12 of the lump sum is earning money, then 2/12 is earning money, then 3/12 is earning money, and then 4/12 is earning money. So the point is, I'm making those S&P returns for 12 months, while someone that's spreading it out is not getting the same dollar result that I'm getting. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yes, it does.
So I lump sum it for that reason. But you can't do that if you can't emotionally handle 2 months later, Trump burps and the market goes down, or he throws a tariff on some bizarre country that we never heard of and the market goes down, or whatever it is, right? And so you don't know what's going to happen out there on the short term. And so you can't be freaking out all the time if you're doing that.
Yeah, but
you lump sum yours at the first, don't you?
Yes, and depending on age, for sure, your mindset should always be long term.
Right.
I mean, if you're, 61 and you're looking at retiring next year, there's something there. Yeah. So I mean, like it's there's not really a point
unless
of the fear.
You're 58.
That's right. 49 and a half or whatever.
Or in my case, I could touch it if I wanted to because I'm 65.
Which would be, I could see that having a different psychology. But when you're younger than that, when you're in your 40s, 50s, 30s, all of it, it's long term anyways.
If you're not
like,
thinking in 5-year blocks of time or longer, you shouldn't be putting in a 401k.
That's right. That's right.
Even at my age.
Yeah.
You need to be thinking long term. And so I'm thinking past my death. Because, again, I'm probably not going to ever touch that money. Mm-hmm. I've got plenty of other stuff generating income without touching that. And so that money's it's all in Roth, too. So it's all going to pass completely tax-free. It's awesome. So, that's another reason I won't be touching it. So, that's the thing. Which also we can sidebar on that for a second, Rachel. It's a good teaching point. And I didn't think about this when I was your age and teaching this stuff, and I was your age and doing this stuff and building the wealth. But now that as I'm hitting these milestones, 65 and all that, I'm starting to understand. 72 and a half, if you have traditional IRAs or 401ks that have not yet been taxed, you have required minimum distributions that are beginning. You have to begin to take it out because the government wants their tax money. If it's in a Roth, it is growing tax-free, and there's no RMDs, no required minimum distributions. I have moved over the years 100% of ours into Roth and paid the taxes on those lump sums as I did that. Even the matching portion at Ramsey, where I match myself, it's required to be traditional. Mm-hmm. But each year, I roll it to Roth.
Yeah.
So I don't have anything that's not Roth now at my age. So this is really beautiful. Not only is all that growing tax-free for me, but then also I don't have RMDs. I couldn't spell
what are
RMD.
They?
It's just a required.
No. What's the dollar amount?
The dollar. It's
percentage.
It's a chart. It's a percentage.
Mm-hmm, percentage
it's
of what's
more
in there.
each year. Okay, because they want to get their taxes.
Yeah, they want. Yeah, they
so
want
they're
you
going
to pay
to
taxes on
require
it.
you to begin to cash out traditionals. But if it's not traditional, you're not required to take it out, and it's continuing to grow tax-free. And with the new Biden Secure Act, the legislation that was passed under President Biden, if you do an inherited IRA and it's a traditional, all the taxes are due within 10 years. You have to cash it out over 10 years. If there's no taxes due on a Roth, none of that applies. So when I do leave it to you, the kids, as an inherited IRA, as a beneficiaries, then there's zero tax on it. None. And no required distribution. So getting that stuff moved into Roth as you get old.
If you can pay the taxes.
If you can figure out a way to pay the taxes, it voids all that stuff. And I didn't even think about all that stuff when I was in my 30s. I was just chunking money in there like crazy. And now I look back and go, man, that Roth stuff's freaking genius. Seven out of 10 Americans die without a will. Listen, if you hate your family, make a big old pile of money, make it real complicated, and die without a will. They will fight for the next 15 years, and they'll hate each other. You will completely shut down all their productivity because they'll be screwing with your stuff. Unbelievable. Howard Hughes, one of the richest men in America at that time, died with $2.5 billion in 1976. It took almost 10 years to settle. 600 people filed a claim. 22 of his legal cousins ended up with the money. It was split among 22 people. The judge finally decided almost a decade later. Guess who got most of the money? The lawyers. That's how that works. So if you want to do that, that's fine, but that's called dumb. Okay? Get a will.
I love it.
In less than 5 minutes, you can find out if an online will works for you at RamseySolutions.com/will quiz, or click the link in the description if you're listening on YouTube or podcast. It is your job to love your family well, make sure you have life insurance, and you have a will. So when you go, we'll knock 25% off a will. If you want to do one online, we'll help you do that. And you'll use the promo code WILLMONTH because August is Create a Will Month. Will Month. Michelle's in North Carolina. Hi, Michelle. What's up?
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for taking my call. I'm honored to be talking to both of you.
You too. How can we help?
My boyfriend and I started dating in April, and we're really in love and thinking about getting married this October. He's in about $60,000 worth of debt, and I'm out of consumer debt. I just have my mortgage. I have about a $500,000 net worth with my house and my retirement, and my parents helped me buy my house as a gift, and my dad is saying that I should get a prenup before getting married, especially because we haven't been dating that long. So I'm wondering what your thoughts would be on that.
I mean, yeah. So you started dating and will get married within 6 months. Is that right?
Yeah. Just 7, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
How old are you?
34.
Okay. Wow. Well, the thing is, your dad just doesn't trust the situation.
Yeah, that I get.
Yeah. And if you don't trust the situation, you should get a prenup. But if you don't trust the situation, you probably should be engaged a little longer until you trust the situation.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing I'm worried about is this would be his second marriage, and he has a child from his previous marriage, and he's been having some custody issues there. So I'm definitely worried about what could happen with my finances and my home once we combine everything. And, if his ex-wife takes him to court for a long time.
That's what you're marrying into that.
Yeah.
And so if he spends, if you have combined finances and you all have to spend some money on custody, that's going to affect your income and your savings and your investments, right? It's not going to cause you to lose your home, but it is going to, that's what you're getting with the package.
Yeah.
For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, unto thee all my worldly goods I pledge. That's the old marriage vows. You remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, okay, our rule of thumb, when I first started, I told no one should get prenups because you're planning your divorce, and if you like your house more than you like him, you shouldn't get married. And that's what I used to tell everybody, okay? I don't say that anymore exactly that way. I have said it a couple times on weird things, like one lady called up and her boyfriend, her fiance, wanted a prenup because he had a vintage sports car that was worth $100,000, and I'm like, he likes his car more than he does you. You don't need to marry him, and so that I'm willing to say, okay, I come down on your dad's side almost on that. So, but where I am trying to keep things moving is assuming that you really feel 1,000% about him, that he's okay and he's aligned on getting out of debt, staying out of debt, living like you live. You're going to live on a plan. We're going to combine our finances. We're going to make life together. We're going to make decisions together in unity. If he's completely trustworthy on that, then the only reason I would do a prenup, and if he's not, by the way, he's not ready to get married.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's something you got to solve. And I'm not going to put you on the spot and ask you that here because I don't think that's the case. I sense this guy's, the way you're describing him is solid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, he's got outside issues with the child support, possibly that kind of stuff. But so anyway, the reason we tell people to do prenups these days is if there is an extreme difference in net worth. Okay, he has
negative 60.
He has a negative net worth, and
negative.
you have $10 million or $5 million. Okay, you don't. You've got $500,000.
Yeah.
So it's not extreme, but it is enough that I get your dad. Okay, I understand him thinking that,
And especially
your
the
dad
short-
actually gave you the money to get this started,
time.
so I get that too. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not mad at your dad on this, but so yours is not extreme. But the reason we tell people to do that when it's extreme is actually not the person you're marrying. I'm not trying to protect you from them. I'm trying to protect you from his ex-wife thinks she can keep you guys in court forever because he married a girl who's got some money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to send her that message. And he could just look at her and go, I don't have any access to this. I got a prenup. And shut her little emotions down. Because there's, or the crazy relative of whoever that comes along and thinks, oh, hey, this guy hit the jackpot. And you go, no, he's got a prenup. So that it kind of helps the outside crazies more than the two of you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
And so
It's probably a short timeline.
Yeah,
that's probably
because
for your dad.
if you had told me a little bit more lengthy engagement, and you guys went through Financial Peace University together, you were completely aligned, and you go through good, strong pre-marriage counseling, I would probably say no. I'm on the bubble with yours though. I might in yours. I wouldn't think you're stupid if you did it one way or didn't do it the other. Okay, if you do it or don't do it. So, I mean, if your dad thinks you're just crazy, I would disagree with your dad, okay? But if he's just saying, this is a wise suggestion, you should consider it, then I would agree with him on that, okay? And also a wise suggestion is for you guys to spend some time in pre-marriage counseling and deal with, okay, what comes up when we got a $20,000 legal bill to fight the crazy ex on the kid?
Mm-hmm.
Can you handle that emotionally?
And when you guys get married, Michelle, like to the point that you're so unified that this $60,000 of debt is yours too.
Yeah, you get it paid off immediately.
And you guys solve it together.
You get it paid off immediately.
I'm on board with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you guys can work through that kind of stuff, the length of the engagement becomes less stressful for me. I will tell you this. The data tells us, and there's lots of data on this, that a 6-month engagement period and a 3 to 4 month dating period prior to that, marriage within 12 months of being, within 12 months of meeting, has a very high probability of success. And as you shorten it, statistically, the probability of success goes down. And as you lengthen it dramatically, 5-year engagements are bullcrap. Okay, paint or get off the ladder, right? And so, as you lengthen it, it doesn't make sense because the relationship gets strained for all these other reasons then. We're just playing games. So, but anyway, that's the data that we have on marriage stats. And so you're a little bit short on that data. It's not a deal killer, but, because that incorporates, hey, I met you last weekend, let's go to Vegas. And we're married, those only make it in the movies, okay? And because they wake up from the hangover and like, oh, what did I do?
They get an annulment like Rachel and Ross. Sometimes it works.
Rachel and Ross. We have a Friends reference in the movie.
I'm so proud of you. I didn't know that. Yeah.
So anyway, all of that, all end of speech, Michelle. So I hear what your dad's saying. You hear what your dad's saying because you're not a child. You're 34 years old.
Yep.
And so it's not, I think you solve for those concerns for you.
Not for your dad.
And if you can get to where you're 1,000% solid, if you want to not do one, I'm okay. And if you got a little itch and you want to do one, that's okay. But it's also an indication you probably need to do some more work before you go to the altar. Our scripture of the day, Hebrews 6:19. We have this hope as an anchor for the soul, firm and secure. Serena Williams said, I am lucky that whatever fear I have inside me, my desire to win is always stronger. Lori is in Florida. Hi, Lori. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi.
What's up?
I am going through a pretty bad divorce. I had to cash in some of my retirement account back in March because my spouse decided to stop supporting our family. Of that money, I have about $38,000 left from there. We just sold a second home that we had, and I was able to get partial proceeds from that, $70,000. So my question is, I have credit card debt. I just started working again. I'm basically a single mom because I'm not getting any financial support from him. And
how many children do you have?
We have one together.
With you?
And yes.
And how old?
10.
And how has your lawyer gotten away, let them get away with no financial support?
He has lost his job. He had a very good career, and he made some really bad decisions, and to the point where he may lose a license, so may not have a career.
Okay, so he doesn't have an income. That's why you don't have child support. It's not because he's just being arbitrary. Not because the divorce is tough. He lost his job.
He did,
okay.
And he also cashed out all of our kids' college funds, retirement accounts that he had, and he's basically being he's not being forthcoming with his financials.
Mm-hmm. Is your attorney riding him? I mean, you're slapping him around, pulling him up before the judge and exposing all this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
The thing is, I just came into this lump sum of money fairly recently, and I need to pay my attorney basically what I owe him.
Yeah, what do you owe your attorney?
$20,000.
Okay. Out of the 70, that leaves you 50, and then you got 36 left from the other.
Yes.
And you got taxes and penalties. You got taxes and penalties on that retirement account you cashed out.
Yes, sir.
Coming up next year. This was in 25 you did that? Or 24?
I did. 25.
Okay. All right. And you cashed out 50 grand, and so you're going to have a $5,000 penalty plus your taxes on that are about another 20 grand. You're going to have about a $25,000 tax bill.
Yeah.
Okay. Just being prepared for next April, okay, mentally. That's what we got to do. And are you working? Obviously you are. You said you're a single mom. What do you make?
I have been out of the workforce. I'm a nurse. I've been out of the workforce for several years, and I just went back to work in May.
Good.
And
what do you make?
After taxes, about $4,200 a month.
And you're a nurse?
I am.
Okay. All right. You're not getting a lot of hours, are you?
I've had to, if I went and worked night shift, I could get differentials, but then I have childcare issues.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm relying on family and friends right now for childcare because he can't be, he's not involved.
I understand. Can't be with what's going on. He's obviously got some bad stuff going on. Yeah. Okay.
He does.
All right. And so your question was what? Let me get back to that.
What do I owe my, if I give my, to speed this divorce up, I pay my attorney $20,000. And then I potentially will get the rest of the proceeds that were from the vacation home sale.
Yeah.
Now our marital home,
to offset the fact that he hit all the other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. The marital home is currently being sold as well. So now I'm in the process of looking for a place to go to live with my daughter.
Are there proceeds from that too?
there's significant over.
Are you asking whether to pay your attorney the $20,000? Yes, is the answer.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because here's what. Listen, as long as this drags out, you cannot create your future because you're living in your past.
Yes, sir.
And it's painful as hell. I mean, this is hard. Yeah. It's hard to listen to you. It's awful. I'm so sorry for you. And it's not only heartbreaking, it makes you angry and disgusted all at the same time. And all those emotions swirling around, it's hard to do anything. So, and I've just been talking to you 3 minutes, and I'm already feeling all of it. So, I mean, it's like, I can't imagine being in your head. So, bless your heart. I'm so sorry. So, I want to get this in the rearview mirror as fast as I can, because it sounds like this guy needs to go away, and I need clarity about what I've got to do, what cards I have in my hand to deal with my future.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, get the houses sold, get the money in the bank, build up the career, get an apartment, get settled, and then let's talk about rebuilding and going from here. But the first thing we got to do is create a sustainable, safe situation where we've got housing, where we've got a sustainable income, and we have figured out what we have net with a $25,000 tax bill coming up in the spring. And so, I'm paying him and getting all this in the rearview mirror as fast as I can, and then I've got a friend that does divorce recovery work, and she taught me years and years and years ago that divorce turns a marriage into a business transaction. So this just becomes a column now of assets and liabilities, of income, and it's just a math thing now, because all this emotion and all this betrayal and all this misbehavior are just the drama and the sidebar. But the actual story is you and the 10-year-old moving forward with a pocket full of money, and you're a nurse, and you can go make a great living being a nurse. And you're going to have a great life from here. But you just need, to not have to burn all the calories dealing with this crap all the time, right?
Yes, sir. He's just wasted away like millions of dollars.
I can't imagine.
Unreal.
Can't imagine, I'm sure. Yeah, and hopefully you can get the proceeds from the vacation house, the family house, and everything to offset all the crap that he's stolen from this discussion, and get it all set back up. And yeah, when you can get that and get this in the rearview mirror, it'll make all the difference in the world.
Yeah, clearing these debts at least with all these proceeds will clear you up financially and mentally. It's just there's a lot going on right now. Let's simplify as much as we can.
Yeah. So main thing is get the attorney paid, get that going, and then let's quantify. I got $25,000 tax bill coming up. I need to hold that money aside, and then I need to look at what else I need to clean up, get me an apartment, get an income that we can live on, and then from there we'll build the career. From there we'll build a life out of this, and that's where you're going from here, man. That's just painful. I'm so sorry.
It helps to just put it all down in writing, put it on a note, and just go, here's all the things that I have, all the debts I need to pay off. Here's all the money I have coming in. And it just helps clear it from your mind to see it on paper. And doing a budget will also help you. I'll gift you every dollar, Lori, to help you just put all this on paper. I'm making $4,200 a month. Where should every single dollar be going? That's one less thing you got to think about once you see it on there, right there on the app, wherever you go.
And I don't want you to rent something nice. I want you to rent something cheap, because it's temporary. You're not going to be there long. You might be there 1 year, maybe. So this is not the Taj Mahal. The 10-year-old's life is not going to be better because of the rental property you get. So just keep it cheap, because you need the margin. I want you to have lots of margin where you're not touching any of this pile of money at all for living. If you can set yourself up where you live on the $4,200, that's a sustainable beginning, and you go from there. So, wow. I'm sorry, kiddo. It's real painful. I apologize. I'm sorry you're going through that. It's awful. It's not fair. And some people's misbehavior. Wow. That puts this hour of the Ramsey Show in the books. We'll be back with you before you know it. In the meantime, remember, there's ultimately only one way to financial peace, and that's to walk daily with the Prince of Peace, Christ Jesus.